Hey, it's Coach Jamila, and today we are talking about how to stop being bitter after your husband cheats on you, divorces you, and marries another woman. Now, have you been through this scenario and find yourself stuck in anger and bitterness and just an unbelievable amount of hurt that you just absolutely cannot believe that this happened? Do you feel rejected, unloved, abandoned? Then keep watching because I'm going to give you 3 ways to help you overcome this angerness and bitterness that you've been dealing with. So the first tip I have for you is to get real about your relationship. Get real about your marriage, okay? What was the state of it? Was your ex-husband abusive when you were married to him? Was he neglectful of your emotional needs? Did you guys argue a lot? Did you have money problems? Think about those things, because when you think about that, what the issues and the challenges were, then you begin to see that maybe perhaps you guys not being together is not such a bad idea. The other thing that it helps you to understand is that you know exactly what kind of man the other woman has, and so it's okay that she has him. Remember, he cheated, so we know he's a cheater, a liar, a deceiver, and he was selfish, because he didn't care how his actions were going to affect you or any children that were involved. And so that's the kind of man that she has. And she will be dealing with the consequences of that decision long after you've moved on. So there's no need for you to hang on to all of that rage and anger, okay? Because think about what your marriage was really like, and think about the kind of man that he revealed himself to be, okay? Now, the second tip for how to get over this bitterness is you have to put yourself in what I call an emotional bubble. And so what this means is that you're basically cutting off any and all communication, knowledge of, whatever when it comes to him and his new woman and their new life together. Now, if you have minor children, of course, there's going to have to be some, knowledge so that you can make sure that they're safe and well taken care of, when it's his turn to have them, if there's visitation or custody or whatever. But outside of that minimal, non-emotional communication via text and email, okay, because you don't really need to just be chatting it up with him and getting all angry and upset. Outside of that, you need to put your family, your friends, your coworkers, any and everybody, because you know how everybody's connected on social media. So any and everybody that is connected to or has any knowledge of their life, your ex and his new woman, put them on notice and let them know you don't want to hear about it. You absolutely unequivocally do not want to hear or know anything about what's going on in their life, because every time you hear something about their new life, it's like ripping the scab off your wound, and any healing that you've done is going to get set back to the beginning. And it also is just going to make you feel angry because perhaps there's some things that he's doing with her and for her that he didn't do for you. Okay, and that will make you more angry and more bitter. Like, why? So you don't need to know any of that because it doesn't matter. As we discussed in step 1, you know what kind of man she has, okay? And so he showed you who he was. Believe him. He didn't just all of a sudden change because he's with her like that, okay? There was no, time where he spent alone and he was working on himself. That didn't happen. So, okay. Now, the third tip to getting over this anger and bitterness is to find constructive ways to let your anger out. The last thing you want to do is suppress it, okay? But the other thing you don't want to do is just blah, 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 be going crazy and getting upset and going all Betty Broderick on everybody, okay? If you don't know that Lifetime movie, you'll have to take a look for yourself. But you don't want that to happen or that to be the case with you. So you'll have to find a constructive way to let out your anger. And I recommend you doing that through exercise. Cardio is always a fantastic way to get out emotions, particularly negative emotions. You just leave it all on the floor if you're doing a video, or on the treadmill, or on the elliptical, or on the bike, whatever. Take an intense spin class, if that is really going to get it all out of you. And you're going to have to go more than once. It's going to have to be a regular thing. Another way, constructive way to get out your anger and bitterness is through journaling. Yes, writing down your thoughts, getting them out on paper, not typing them, writing them out with pencil and paper. Because why? Because you can kind of really express your emotions when you're doing it on pen, when you're using pen and paper, okay? And also, you want to have at least 2 emotionally and spiritually mature female confidants that you can turn to and really pour your heart out to, and just allow them to listen to you without judgment and help you to heal. Because the more you let the grief out, the more you let the hurt and the pain out in a constructive way, those feelings are released. They're no longer being held inside, and you start to feel lighter, and over time you will begin to heal and feel better. All right, so those are my 3 tips. I want to thank you for watching. I've got 3 free gifts for you for watching. The first free gift is my free audio, I'm getting all my titles mixed up. But the first freebie is my free audio, which is the top 3 mistakes women make after an unwanted divorce and how to avoid them. Okay, that's the second part. And that is a free download. All you have to do is go to CoachJamila.com, scroll down to the contact me and subscribe form, fill it out, make sure you check the little box, and I'll send that over to you ASAP. It not only comes with that free download, but 2 bonuses. I won't tell you what they are. You'll have to subscribe to find out. My second free gift for you is, if you're not already a member, I invite you to join my private Facebook group community of women who've been through an unwanted divorce but want to thrive, be happy, and succeed in a new relationship. And I'll put the link for that in the description below. And my third free gift for you is an invitation to book a free 30-minute discovery and action call with me, where we'll get to the bottom of what's holding you back from getting what you want, talk about what action you need to take, and really see if us working together makes sense, okay? And I'll put the information for that in the description box as well. So anyway, again, thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you here.